be. This is about the devil, Satan.
Reptoids?
And right as I'm coming home here, you'll notice this guy right here. You see that? Notice just as I arrived, it just shut off the engine. And there he goes. Right overhead. Ass. See?
Reptoids?
Because I had some groceries, I didn't have my camera in my back pocket, or I decided not to carry it because also at night I can't get good chopper footage. And I hadn't been buzzed when I came home in a while because I've always had the video camera on me. But it's just amazing how right when I don't have it, they are aware when I don't have it, which is, it does smack as supernatural because I don't know, maybe they have technology where they can see when I don't have it on me. But it was amazing. I mean, right as I'm walking up, and you could hear the and total classic buzzing.
Reptoids? Black and white chopper. Reptoids?
Hey, I just want to say something to my buddy Travis out there. So, are you in some backwater hick state? There's nothing out in the country boondocks hunting with your hunting dog and the ducks and everything? Check it out. I'm still here in LA, stuck in traffic. So how are you, man? How you doing? Still a hole? Well, look, I still got some of my hair. Look, I'm losing it in the back, as you can see. I don't know if you can see this very well, but I still got some in front, so probably better than you. So I don't suppose you've talked to Jamie or anybody from our high school days? Boy, he sure turned into a hole. Anyway, you guys can take cheer, because at least I didn't turn into a complete hole like you guys. See, I'm still cool. I'm still Richard. Same Richard from high school. A little more subdued, a little more laid back, a little more broken spirited, but I'm still cool. I'm not an asshole like you guys turned out, okay? See, so you can take hope in that, all right? Yeah, well, also, you guys aren't Christians either. Last time, Travis, you were saying something like, yeah, well, I ain't gonna do that, or something like that. Or no, I forget what it was, but we were in the car and, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna bow down to that, or something like that. Well, that's your choice, bud. You know, and I'm sorry you're not coming with us. Because, you were a pretty cool dude, man. Some of the funnest times I had in high school were with you, man. You were definitely the coolest friend I had. My best friend was Yuri, but that's because we were so young. It was at that magical young age before everything turns to crap. But in my high school days, those were some of the funnest times I ever had with my old buddy Travis. My talented buddy Travis taught himself how to play the piano and guitar. I couldn't play instrument or shit. And I couldn't draw too well back then either, but I got better later on. But it's not a performing art that people really like, or the chicks really dig. The chicks always digged my buddy Travis, not me. Was the pencil neck geek. Oh well. But on the plus side, I'm going to heaven. Or at least I'm hoping I'm going to heaven. At least I got a chance to go to heaven. That's what I should say. Because a non-Christian doesn't have a chance. Like I said, get all these people that don't want to give Jesus a chance. Can't understand it. Their heart's never open to say, hey, this life isn't gonna end up in a happy ending. No matter what you see on TV or the movies, there's no happy ending. You die. And usually not very well. Some people get lucky. They die a glorious, quick death. Or some people think you're lucky if you grow old with all of your systems failing you slowly as you deteriorate, finally puking in your bib as some nurse wheels you along. Yeah, that's lucky, alright. But I have a different idea of what lucky means. I believe in something better. Look at that old Volvo. Holy shit. Ah. Alright. Now it's time for rock and roll. Not something classical sounding.
Get it out. This weekend it's a storm.
Shall we start?
Alright guys, just so you know what I'm spending my money on here. Hey guys, quick anime recommendation. This here, when Marnie was there, this rocks. And also The Wind Rises, both Studio Ghibli movies. Actually, this one is a lot more famous. You can see it's got all these awards and everything, and it was quite good. I really liked it. But personally, I like this one. Like, this was a once in a while kind of movie, and it was just in a lot of ways the plot maybe didn't make a lot of sense. It didn't have to. It didn't have to fully connect, but it was, I mean, it worked altogether. So I recommend this one, When Marnie Was There. Here's a test of the Iris Panasonic V250. This is a hummingbird that I caught coming out of Little Tokyo. And this is actually on the 1280 by 720 setting, which it's only at 30 frames per second, but it still picks up the color pretty well, as you can see. And the motion. Get this little hummingbird here, a little cute guy. Dun, dun, da, dun, dun, na, 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 This guy just buzzed me right here.
Reptoids.
That's right. Your tax dollars are paying for my reptilian LAPD escort. It's going to be a merry Reptoid Christmas. You can count on that. You'll be buzzed by Los Angeles LAPD from now on. Your tax dollars paying to harass me for my reptilian shapeshifter uploads.
Reptoids?
Everybody's watching it on YouTube. Oh, oh.
Reptoids?
Old ones are called out, and they are what Christianity would have called the demons.
Reptoids?
This is a flyby now.
Reptoids?
Okay guys, so I just bought an umbrella here, and it's just an umbrella, but the guy insisted on giving me this bag, and I really couldn't say no because it would have looked awkward and embarrassed that guy who probably has a tough life to begin with, working in that store all day. But I mean, $30 for this little umbrella, but this way at least you get a good one, because one of the problems with these umbrellas is that they tend... Hi! And one of the problems with these umbrellas is that they tend to suck if you don't buy a good one. And this has an automatic thing on it, so at least it'll be easy to open and close. But I was thinking of throwing this bag away so I don't look like some rich shopping guy, you know, and I'm living in my RV and homeless and everything. But on the other hand, I thought, well, maybe I can use it, you know, or for today I can look like I'm somebody who actually has any money or more.
How tall are they when they shapeshift?
They're just about 7 feet tall. Some are a little shorter.
would the Queen and Prince Charles look like in their reptilian form?
They can't hold their shape when this happens.
The human shape.
The human shape they cannot hold. They go back into reptilian shape. They will just rip into the victim and eviscerate them and start eating the flesh of this person too.
Buzz as soon as I parked in here. Notice directly overhead. See, here's my car. There's the helicopter. See that? Right overhead, just as I come in to shop. See that?
Reptoids?
Yeah, and so as I came back to my RV, I'd gotten some groceries, and I said, well, I can't have the camera out. And I knew they'd probably buzz me, and they sure as hell did. White helicopter just went right as I came back. I heard it starting up behind me as I'm walking towards the RV. So I'm just putting this on the record that they buzzed me again after I went out, and I went down to downtown today, and so they know that I'm starting up another reptilian shapeshifter movie. Let me know that they're on my tail. But guess what, guys? I just get more and more dedicated to making another reptilian shapeshifter movie upload so you guys can see the non-human demonic beasts, these loser Satan beasts that are doomed to destruction in hell.
Reptoids?
And you can see what these creatures are that are living inside of you. I showed you they are living inside of me. You can bet they're living inside of you. Okay? This is why you don't want to go to their domain when you die. This is why you need Jesus Christ, friends. Because that's why I'm showing this to you guys. Because that's where we're going to go, is their domain, where they eat you and torture you and rape you, and then they cycle you back for another trip to hell. They recycle you back into the earth plane, or however it works. I don't know. But one thing for sure is that this is, no situation where you want to be without God and God's protection, because this is real, guys. This is, if there was nothing to this, they wouldn't be hot on my tail with this psychological harassment warfare against me.
Directly overhead, notice? See that?
Because they know I was starting up another reptilian shapeshifter movie on the movie Point Break, so they started up the harassment in earnest again, because they had kind of given it a break after my last movie, because they're like, oh, okay, maybe he's not doing a reptilian shapeshifter movie, and I hadn't got buzzed for a while, but they just upped it, just now, because like I said, I was stopping by the market and they buzzed me there, and then as I was coming home, didn't have the camera because my hands were full. And they know it. They know when your hands are full. Just so you know, for the record, if this happens to you, if you get gang stalked, they're just trying to drive you crazy. And I'm putting this up here so that you can see this gang stalking stuff, because I think so many people are just so intimidated to even make a movie about it, because they think that everybody's going to think they're a nut. Oh, if I put this on YouTube, everybody's going to think I'm a paranoid nut. And so then they can get away then with continuing to do this to people because there's no record. But if there's more and more people that are uploading this and going on camera, showing their face and showing that they're sane and saying, hey, look, these they're using either real helicopters or possibly holograms. You can't tell, but they're doing this to you. So it's when you come into establishments or leave establishments, or when you come home or when you're leaving home. And usually I have the camera out. But what's amazing, and if this happens to you, so you know that it hasn't just happened to you, they know. If you're someone like me who decided to get hot on the tail and get cameras and get filming all the time, they know that one time when you don't have the camera out because your hands are full or something else, or you just don't feel like pulling it out, they'll know that one time. They'll know because they can see they're tracking you. They're tracking me. That's the only reason. That's the only way they can possibly do this. Whether they're holograms or whether they're real helicopters, it's the only way they can possibly do it. Is to be following your movements, and they know exactly if you don't have the camera out and ready. And that's when they know to do it. And by the way, also, I wanted to tell you guys about another tactic that Satan's been. You see, I believe that Satan saw me coming. He knew that I was going to be doing this all this time, because every single apartment and place that I've gone, he's gotten into people and done things to make noise and try to drive me out. See, this is what I ran into some other people who are, I believe, are true Christians. You know, a few of them that I've run into now and again, and they'll say that Satan was doing all these little tactics to try to drive him crazy as like a psychological warfare, because all they need you to do, and they, you know, people who have thought about this or have been through it or, you know, have some experience with this, they know that this is real. It's like they use these little tactics to try to drive you nuts, because all they need for you to do is to lose your temper one time. Boom, they got you. They can throw you in jail, and then your history. You can't do anything about it. You can't save any souls. You can't tell anybody that you better believe in Jesus Christ or you're going to hell. They know that they can shut you up anyway, because their whole economy is based on how many souls they can reap. So it's like a real warfare for them. I mean, they are organized. They are doing this. You know, the John Ramirez testimony says they were very organized. I mean, if Christians only were that organized, you know, they would be a lot more effective. But you know, he says that the devils and the demons are really hardworking and organized, and not so much the Christians. So, you know, we better get our act together. But the main thing is keep your soul clean, and be a believer in the blood of Jesus Christ on the cross for your sin, and repenting from all sin and obeying the 10 Commandments, because that's your best and only defense. And it's the only way to win this, guys. I mean, as bad as it might suck to give up all the fun stuff that you love, yeah, adultery, yeah, drugs, oh yeah, all the stuff that you love, yeah, hey, look, man, I loved it all, man. Drugs, alcohol, women, everything, dude, I loved it. But, you know, there's something better. That's the thing. That's what you got to realize. There's something better, something a lot better. And really, there's, you know, as I was talking earlier on the way downtown, you know, you might as well try that. And then if you're not, you know, if you're not happy with it, if, you know, because you will be, but, you know, it looks to us like, gee, you can't commit adultery and kill people. Oh man, it's not going to be any fun. I'm going to have to talk to God about this. You know, when you're there, you'll have a different mindset, because you'll be born again into a soul that doesn't desire the evil things that we desire in this life, and that those demons that are living in us are bringing to the fore. They are trying to get those qualities to come out in you, because the more you sin, the more you're allied with them, and the more you're at enmity with God, and the more that they've got you, because your soul is food, I think, for these beings, and or a slave or whatever, a torture victim, a rape victim that they can use, because once you sin, you belong to them. And if you continue to serve Satan, you belong to them.
I guess looks count for a lot in love, huh?
Reptoids?
Come on, Reptoids. You like me a little bit, don't? Just a little bit. You don't? No? No? Oh, all right.
I so